pretty clever. But it's like I always say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. The Mask of Bad Review is a fine idea. I just need to stay put this time and make sure that it sticks. Literally! Hey there folks, and welcome to another Power Rangers Super Megaforce episode review. Today it's time to get angry as we review episode 19. I don't think so, Bubsy. I've had it up to here with your reviews, and I have no intention of letting you make it to the finale. Remember this? This time you're not taking this bad boy off, and I'm sticking around to make sure of that. Now hold still. You again. I've had it about up to here with you. Ha! No! That's right. Turnabout is literally fair play. Now listen up, because you've got two choices. You can sit down, shut up, and in about 30 minutes you'll love every word I have to say about Power Rangers. Or you can go back to wherever the heck it is you came from, and you might have a chance of getting that mask off. Either way, ask your friend S34N what happens when you mess with me! Just you wait, reviewer. You may have won this day, but if you thought I was an enemy before, just you wait! Just you wait, reviewer. You may have won this day, but if you thought I was an enemy before, just you wait! If you want something done right, we start this episode on a bittersweet moment as we learn that Orion is leaving Ernie's. Ernie is understandably sad, wishing Orion luck and saying that he's going to hang Orion's apron like a retired player's jersey. Until he blows his nose in it, and then it's laundry time first. Come to find out, Orion isn't just leaving Ernie's, he's leaving Earth. Why? Now that the Armada has been decimated. Okay, spoiler warning, this episode lost one flag, possibly two, for this premise alone. There's no way that anyone could think that the Armada is done. There was just an X-Borg attack last week. They met a brand new general that they'd never seen before. And as I stressed several times last week, Levira! Taking a step back for a moment, Emma and Orion were walking to his ship in the scene prior. Emma was very, very sad about his leaving, which showed a lot of good character and emotion. In fact, she was so sad that you could almost call this minor relationship building. I'll be watching. Orion's ship is red. Why is Orion's ship red? The two Armada ship colors we've seen so far are silver and purple. What do all these different colors mean, anyway? The Rangers got Orion some snacks and mementos of Earth, and Emma got him some, naturally, pink flowers to plant on Andrasia. Not sure that one small bush is going to help a planet that's been entirely wiped out, but hey, it's the thought. In a moment very reminiscent of Time Force, Orion goes down the line of other Rangers, thanking each of them for teaching him their character trait. For example, he thanks Jake for teaching him that even in dark moments, you can find humor. In other words, he thanked him for using Doc's Sentai footage. Orion gives Troy his silver bracelet, something that Troy says he can't accept, but Orion insists. The only way that this makes sense to me is that it's a very subtle reference to Operation Overdrive. Tyzon, the Mercury Ranger, also had a very special silver bracelet. Emma gives Orion a kiss on the cheek. There's a little bit more. And after a takeoff that makes us wonder how Orion made it to Earth in the first place, he flies off. The other Rangers decide to go to Ernie's to cheer him up, and Troy is apparently buying because he's Mr. Moneybags now. Tenso didn't get to say goodbye to Orion. Why didn't they have a farewell ceremony in the command cave? It's not like Gosei can move. So he tries to reach him on the comlinks, but instead he intercepts a transmission. Emperor Mabro tells the ships of the Armada fleet to prepare for the real invasion of Earth. Gosei tells the Rangers to get in quick, and off they run. This brings up another question. Do the Rangers have to walk there every time? The command cave is on a secluded beach, which you'd have to think was a good distance away from the city. And the very first time the Megaforce Rangers went to the command cave, they were teleported there. Gosei plays the full message for the Rangers, where Emperor Mabro tells every Armada ship in the galaxy to come to Earth for the final invasion. Not exactly sure why this is necessary when there should already be hundreds, if not thousands, of Armada ships in orbit, but hey, Blitzkrieg. Troy tells the others that the voice on the recording is the one that he heard on the Armada ship. Thank you for reminding me, Troy. He was on an Armada ship. He heard Mabro and Redger talking. How could he of anyone thought that this was over? Emma says now with Orion gone, it's only 5 Rangers against this massive horde. But Troy says no, look at the walls. All of the past Rangers are here with us, and they entrusted us with their power. And that is a line that made me want to punch somebody on the writing staff in the face. That's something you establish at the start. Show us some Rangers. Why do their powers have to become keys? Why did they think that they could entrust the Super Megaforce Rangers with holding those keys? Please, just use some dialogue to answer some questions! Because they believe in us. Yes, Casey and Jaden believe in you. 2 Rangers. So there's not just 5 of us, there's over 100, all fighting for Earth. 112 to be exact, although that's a very conservative count that goes very, very strict on what defines a Power Ranger. It could be even higher. And just like the teamwork line in the Megazords last week, this doesn't really work. You can become over 100 Rangers. You are not actually over 100 Rangers. You are 5 Rangers. Emma was right. Oh, and when the show mentions there being over 100 Rangers, that just makes me want us to get over 100 Ranger Key toys. The first wave only had 60, but more waves have been rumored. Hey, look! It's Levira! Did you guys know that she's alive? Because apparently the Rangers don't! She congratulates the Emperor on what's a sure victory, but he and Redger remind her that she's still on the hook. Wow, are they extending the storyline from last week? Reminding her that she put her life on the line in order to give Damras another chance? No, of course not. This is Super Megaforce. That gets totally dropped, and the thing she's in trouble for is being complicit in Vikar's death. So why didn't you just arrest her last week? She gets the same deal that Damras does, a chance to go down to Earth and defeat the Rangers. The next shot is of her in a Megazord that showed up out of nowhere, already on Earth. Because Gia says, it's a Megazord, and it looks like Levira. Very good, Gia! Gold star for you for realizing that Levira is still alive. Levira gets some good, if very basic characterization, saying that she believes her superior tech will defeat the Rangers. They use the Mini-Zord, the Ninja Zord, but Levira came prepared for that with a shield. So the Rangers use the ultimate Super Mega Cannon, which is just like the regular version, except with more swirly lights and coming from the land of all of a sudden. That shot busts the shield, and suddenly the Megazord is in Samurai mode. But hey, I've gotten on this show for using morphs and Megazord sequences to pad things out before, so I guess this is kind of good? The Samurai Strike destroys Levira's Megazord, but she hops out and taunts the Rangers to get down and fight her on the ground. Listen, I understand never escalate a battle, but this is kind of silly. You have a tactical advantage, and it's one that you got by matching her initial power level. Step on her! The Emperor sends down 2 royal guards, something that Levira is incredibly ungrateful for, by the by, and one of them for some reason sounds like Robo Knight. Levira can fire missiles from her shoulders, but the Rangers can turn into Rangers that we've never seen before. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this part for a bit because it's the main memorable portion of the episode. The Rangers turn into 5 different legendary Rangers, and all but one of them come from the new powers pool. Troy transforms into Mighty Morphin Red, and it actually covers up a change in the Sentai footage into Vol Eagle from Sun Vulcan. Some people say that this change was made because the Sun Vulcan suits are a little too early era Sentai and don't match up as well with the newer Ranger suits. However, they do manage to slip in Sun Vulcan's logo, and Troy adjusts his helmet the same way that Vol Eagle did. Jake turns into Black Blitz, Emma into Green Prism, Noah into Blue Lightning, and Gia into Yellow Supersonic. Or did they? Emma as Green Prism is correct. Gia as Yellow Supersonic is new and has a flute staff. But hey, it makes flute noises when it hits things, so cool. However, Jake turned into Black Dragon something. It was actually Noah that turned into the Blue Blitz Ranger. This is like when Masked Rider had that team up of a bunch of past historical writers and didn't get any of their names right, pretty much. Clasp! This sequence does need to be complimented for original footage, and it's always nice seeing the MMPR suits flying around in newer footage. And any scene in the sequence that uses the MMPR red suit is original footage, so yay! Also, the abilities that the new Powers Rangers, that's kind of tough to say, use get some nice original names. The Rangers knock Levira back and then blast her with the Super Mega Cannon. She begs the Emperor to use her Maximizer on her. Nope! The Emperor and Redker laugh her off, saying that she just bought time for the other Armada ships to arrive and join the fleet. The Rangers are blasted and demorph, and when they look up, a gigantic fleet of gold, hey, another color, ships have arrived. When Ernie sees this, he processes it for a second and then decides that his best course of action is to fling his tray at the street. Monroe tells the Rangers that it's time to just give up. They respond to this by morphing into Megaforce and saying their tagline, Earth's defenders never surrender. Shut up, Megaforce! The attack begins, and in a nice touch, we see Mr. Burley at the school and Ernie at the mall, leading people inside to safety. The Rangers go super once again and form their Megazord, with Noah proclaiming that they also have the Q-Rex. They do? What happened to Orion's powers was, brace yourself, totally unexplained, so this was more than unclear. The Rangers decide to try to even the odds a little bit by summoning all of their legendary Zords. However, they call their SPD final attack Super Mega Cannon because the hamsters in their head went for a quick sip of water. They not only use all of their legendary Zords, but also legendary Zord attacks such as Jungle Fury. And they finally use their Megaforce keys to summon their Megaforce Zords to form the Go Save Great Megazord? No? Are you sure? Okay. They basically go through every single attack that they have. Noah then says, look, I can even autopilot the Q-Rex. Sweet, but why does it have wings? Closer examination and Sentai viewing reveal those to be the wings of the Mega Winger, meaning this is In Space's Zord power. Thanks for mentioning that, show! We sneak in one more pre-MMPR Ranger key as Troy uses a red Dynaman key and calls it Legendary Battalion Mode. I liked Legendary Squadron Mode for Die Ranger, but this is just too similar to that. Did super old school Power Rangers go through a Legendary phase the same way that newer Power Rangers went through a Force phase? Orion decides to check his voicemail and intercepts another message about the Armada invasion. Wonder if he'll just go, oh well, and go back to mining limestone and quartz. Another wave of Armada ships shows up, blasts all the legendary Zords, and hits the legendary Megazord so hard that the Rangers fall out of it, demorphed into the trash city. Hashtag cruel mercy though, as Mavro gives them one more night so the Rangers can recover, so that they can savor their despair, and the episode ends with a preview of the finale. While I could tell you why episodes like this disappoint me, why don't I let someone who acted on the show do it? Cameron Gibo, who played Orion, has been refreshingly honest on Twitter about his disappointment about the show and the way his character was portrayed. While you open up a new tab to search for his Twitter, that's Jebo by the way, I'll go ahead and hoist these colors. Episode 19, The Wrath. Pros: Orion's departure was emotional, and the Rangers' defeat featured great cinematography. Cons: the entire episode is based on a premise that makes no sense, that the Armada has supposedly been defeated when it clearly wasn't. The writing is as confusing as ever, and random Sentai changes can't even keep the names straight. Credit for the finale stakes, but The Wrath only gets 2 flags out of 5. Super Megaforce is just such wasted potential. There were flashes of greatness in this episode too. Fantastic drama, and then they'd shoot themselves right in the foot. It was great seeing a legendary mode change of almost all new powers, until they mixed up the names that they made up for them. It was great seeing every single legendary Zord, until they once again got the name of one of the attacks wrong. Operation Overdrive was bad, but it was at least competent. Super Megaforce's low quality comes from a lack of explanations and just literal sloppy errors, mistakes. Well, the moment we've all been waiting for, or dreading, either one, is finally here. The 2-year story of the Power Rangers Megaforce is coming to an end. Saturday, November 22nd, as the Rangers finally head into their legendary battle. And if you already watched the international airing of this episode, you might want to give this a watch anyway. Multiple Super Megaforce actors have been posting on social media over the past week that they've been going back into the voiceover booth to do more work. That has led to rumors that this episode is going to air in the United States as an extended cut. Now, there's no word on what changes have been made, what's been added to the episode, so all we can do is wait and see. Well, that's going to do it for the second to last episode of Power Rangers Super Megaforce episode review. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're new around these parts. Go ahead and like the video by clicking like right down below, and leave some comments and let me know what you thought about this episode. Until next time, may the power... I am the Master Shapep. So you're the one who's been trying to take me down. But why? You really don't know, do you? Would I be asking if I did? How can you not tell? This isn't questions only! Who are you? Very well. Look upon the face of your foe. I don't believe it. You're me. Yes, I am you. From approximately 5 years in the future. Really? Just 5? I still have powers, you know. Okay, sorry. But why would I want to destroy myself? Why would I want to end my reviewing career? Reviewing career! Ha! That is just it! You see, the timing of us getting into this business was very interesting. Super Megaforce was very bad, and people loved hearing why. Then Dino Charge was very, very good, and people loved hearing about the things that changed to make it that good. And the season after that? Dino Supercharge? No, you see, that's the same. No, the season after that. Spoilers. You just told me Dino Charge was good. Judd Chip Lin is the EP. Did you really have any doubts about that? Good point. Anyway, as time went on, the demands for my reviews became stronger and stronger. People began criticizing them as much as the episodes themselves. The pressure was unbelievable. I was being invited to conventions, flying around the country, losing sleep. It was just stress! Oh man. I know, right? The last straw came when I posted a review of the first episode of the latest season. Within 2 minutes, there was a comment asking me when the next review would be done. The episode hadn't even aired! I couldn't take it anymore. So I called in a favor from a friend that knows some of the dark arts. I have a friend that knows dark magic? Think about it. Oh, yeah, gotcha. They gave me access to dark, powerful magic. I was able to conjure the Dark Stranger and hypnotized a technician into building S34N. I thought I could convince myself to stop, or at least make the show unpopular enough that it wouldn't continue. But I'm just as stubborn as I remember myself being. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. What are you doing? This is a spell that will erase the very idea of reviewing episodes of Power Rangers from your mind. It is only temporary, but by the time your memories return, the show will be defunct. You have to release new episodes every week in order to stay relevant. Right, Larry Ranger 327? Any last words as a reviewer? Actually, yes, I do. All that's happened here is you forgot what you were reviewing for. What? These reviews aren't about getting popular, getting views, going to conventions. Those are all side notes. It's about this great show called Power Rangers and telling people why it's awesome, or why this season might not be as awesome as other seasons have been. Don't you see? You don't need to erase my memories. Just get back in there. Whatever season of Power Rangers that's airing in 2019, you get in there, you review it, and you love reviewing it. I will. I believe in the review once again. All right, that settles it. Now just get back to the future and... Wait, what's happening? Don't you see? By reminding me of those principles, you've also taught them to yourself. Taking them into your own heart, you'll never become me, at least not the me that stands before you. Keep those principles in your heart, cherish them, so I don't return later. I will. You've taught me as well. Thank you, Shapep. Wait! A question! Quickly. I haven't much more time. You're me, so what does Shapep mean? Okay, so you know how when you're trying to think of a name, you look around the room and just start mashing random syllables together? Yeah. Shark vacuum, Pepsi drink. I see. Wait, one more. This isn't an hourglass you can just knock over, you know. I'm disappearing from time! I know that S34N was an android that you built. What is the Dark Stranger? Perhaps it's not best for you to get every answer.